Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Whimsy Creek Art. This is part 2. I've set all the things I painted a little bit ago aside on the drying rack, and now I've got set up for a few more projects. So this is a canvas that I did about a year ago, and I just don't like all these little white specks that popped up through. And that's, I guess I had my white a little bit too thick. So this is another one I'm actually going to paint back over again. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. This one is going to be, I'm going to get it with this light blue here. And it looks a little bit white on the camera, I see on the screen, but this is actually a super light blue. And this right here is a, I think this is an 11 by 14 canvas. It's a little bit bigger than I usually do. Hey, Alicia, how you doing? Welcome. I'm so happy you're able to make it. How are you doing? So this is a canvas I just didn't really like. I didn't like how it turned out. I did it about a year ago. Tired of looking at it, so I am redoing it here. That's what we're looking at right now. So how are you doing, and how is anybody else that's come in? I did about a little over an hour stream a little bit ago, but I'm finding I was doing before 2-hour straight streams. Well, I have too many paintings around me, and I'm not able to move around and really do, like don't have the space. So I'm finding that it works really well to be alive instead of the 2 hours straight for 1 hour. Then I set everything up on my drying rack, and then I grab all new supplies and all new stuff. And then I set up to come back live for another hour. So that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. Instead of 2 straight hours, I'll be 1 hour, then about a 20-minute intermission, and then another hour. So welcome, everybody. You're here for the second hour. All right, your average girl, welcome back. I know you were in for a little while in the other one. And so how are you doing, your average girl? I know you said your sister wasn't feeling well, but I don't think you said how you're doing. And Alicia, good to see you're feeling a little bit better. I know you were a little under the weather here this past weekend and stuff. So I hope you're feeling much better. Okay, I need a little bit more blue here. All right, some spring rolls. Yummy. I love spring rolls. I have an air fryer, so we like to we make our own and sometimes get the frozen ones, spring rolls, and then we cook them in the air fryer. Do you guys have an air fryer? I love our air fryer, but that's one of the things we use in it. We make up to crisp up the spring rolls in the air fryer. All right, almost got these all covered, guys. Just a minute. And it sure is a shame because there was little bits of that canvas that I actually did like here in this corner as I was covering it. I was like, ooh, I really like that. But there's a majority of the whole canvas I did not like, so I had to go. All right. So I think I'm going to do, for this one, I'm going to do a napkin ring, but I'm going to do actual probably multiple, because this is a little bit big. Oh, why is it so? Let me get it in focus, guys. Sorry about that. I need to pay attention there. I don't know how long it was out of focus. Oh, you made them with the rice paper wraps. Okay, yeah, I like those. In the summer, those are refreshing. I like to have those ones. Yeah, those are good too. Hey, Jaden Lacey Vlogs, welcome. I'm gonna real quickly, just, but Alicia, I've been watching your playlist, continuing a couple of your playlists, and I am learning everything there is to do of bead wrapping and everything. I do have quite a few beads. I need to get them out and do something. I always think of, ways. Now I'm thinking of things to bead wrap beautiful things and then hang them from the bottom of the canvas or attach them to the canvas, because I always am thinking of different ways to kind of add the add all these other crafts, all these other medias into the paint pouring. So what I've added on there, guys, is these are just plastic napkin rings, and they're from the Dollar Tree. So this one's going to be just kind of a variety of colors, guys. I've got this real bright citron. It's a real bright lime green here. And so yeah, I'm always trying to, I think of all this different, I look at embroidery and I'm thinking, ooh, I could add some embroidery or quilts. And I'm thinking, ooh, I could add some sort of quilt patterns, cut up stuff and applique on. But I was watching your playlists, and so I'm learning so much, everything to do with the bead, the wire wrapping and stuff. So awesome. You have some great tutorials and stuff. Yeah, Jaden Lacey Vlogs, let's grow. Definitely. You guys know how to do it. I don't need to tell you. Check out each other's channels, do your thing while I'm chatting too. But yeah, I was watching those playlists of yours, Alicia, and I'm thinking to myself, ooh, how can I add this bead wrapping? How can I make it in, add it to the paintings? That's what I'm always thinking. All right, I'm getting quite a bit here. Now I've got this new tropical orange. I can't decide, guys. I put in teals and turquoise and a little bit of green. And I'm thinking I'm needing a little more turquoise, some blues. Now, should I add some orange? I can't decide. Should I add some orange for a pop of color? You do that too? Yeah, that's super funny. All right. I think I'm going to add some pop of orange only in one of these, just to kind of, we'll see how it is. But you know what? I'm liking that orange. I got to put some more. We'll see. I might have messed it up. I don't know with the orange. Why is it not? That's weird. I got to put my hand every so often but now I'm going to get this around. And you have some beautiful stones in some of your videos. Beautiful stones. And I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, ooh, that almost looks like it has, because these little round things, in the paintings are called cells. And some of the stones, I'm looking at them going, ooh, that almost looks like it has cells in that stone. All right. I kind of lifted that one a little bit quick, so it all but that's okay. We're going to tilt it all around and we'll make it work. Gotta bring some of this down into here. Ooh, I do like that orange. You know what? I need more of that orange. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this back right there and put just a little bit more. We're going to get, so that orange is called Tropic Orange. I like it. I like that pop of color. So what are you guys up to today? What are you up to today, Alicia? And is your average girl still in here lurking? What are you guys up to? Okay, so I like this orange. I just mixed this orange up last night. I have decided I really like it. Okay, added a little bit more over here. Now I'm going to tilt it around a little bit. What do you think so far? What do you think? So the only color that had any sort of the silicone was the phthalo blue, that real bright blue. So I've got some gorgeous cells popping up. So I don't really want to lose those cells, but I do want to kind of move it around. So I'm just kind of gently. So you're going to have to be patient and bear with me, but I'm going to gently get this moved back and forth. Just when I'm, some of them, you see me speed through. This one is not going to be one I speed through. So I don't like some of this. I'm going to try to get this off a little bit. I have to kind of slowly work it off. Yeah, this one, those are napkin rings. And so the technique, a lot of people just call it an open cylinder technique. And a lot of people use this like pieces of like PVC piping. They use different things for this technique. Well, I use napkin rings and I got them. All right, I got that where I wanted it to be. Now I got to work this down here where I want it to be. Okay, I'm going to quit messing with it because I'm kind of not liking what I'm. Okay, I got to slow down here. Pay attention to what I'm saying and doing. But anyways, the napkin rings are from the Dollar Tree, and they're in like there's a section where it's got like stuff for a wedding, like over by the party stuff. Yeah, I love them. Okay. Now I can't decide. I kind of like areas of it, but I kind of don't like areas of it. So what I could do is I could go like this and just kind of pull a little bit of that off and put a little new right there. So before I put new, I'm going to tilt and see what I can get. This is what I think I'm going to mess with a little more instead of just be done. Okay. What I'm going to do is I have a little tiny piece of PVC. Sorry, I was being quiet for a minute. I was just checking it out. I just want a little bit different contrast through here. I want some of this turquoise. And I need some of that and some of this. Okay, then I'm going to pull that off the side and that'll be it. And I'll be done with this one. All right. Gave it kind of a little bit of contrasting. Yeah, I do sell these. Next weekend is my big sale. It's at the fairgrounds and it's going to have 10 to 12,000 people. So that's what I'm like gearing up for right now is this big sale this next weekend. And then I also sell them on Etsy. You're on Etsy, aren't you, Alicia? Sylvia. Welcome back. Thank you. There. I like that corner a little bit better. It had gotten a little bit muddy when the colors kind of mixed the wrong way. Excuse me. I think, let's see. Oh, it's not. I thought I could put in my Etsy. But my Etsy is on my channel, on my banner. But oh, you have 2 shops on Etsy. All right. Yeah, so I've been on Etsy since 2000 and late 2007, the very beginning of Etsy, very beginning of Etsy. So I actually am thinking about doing some videos on like pointers on Etsy. So if you have any questions of Etsy, please let me know. My big thing for Etsy is people are not going to find you on Etsy. It's such a huge platform. You have to bring people to you. So that was a lot of the reason of my channel also, is so I could do the art, so I could show people, hey, this is the art. You could go buy something like this over on my Etsy. So, yeah, you've got to, and I have a pretty big Twitter following. You got to be on Twitter, you got to be on Instagram. And so, it's very hard for people just to, I mean, they do every once in a while find you on Etsy, for somebody just to organically find you on Etsy. But it's more common that you're actually you be out there promoting yourself and be out there on other social media, drawing people over into your Etsy. Oh, you had an Etsy, Sylvia, but you closed it. So I had an Etsy with edibles. I had a shop. You know how you have mason jars, and you'll have cookie mixes and soup mixes like layered in the mason jars? That's what I first sold on Etsy, and I sold for a couple of years. And I actually had like some big corporate clients that found me on Etsy. I would sell to all the Johnson and Johnson like corporate Christmas gift 2 years in a row. And so that was huge orders. And so I've been on Etsy a super long time. That was what I sold before I got really sick with my stroke and all the chemotherapy. And so I closed that Etsy down. Then I discovered the painting. And so now I have painting on there. You started yours in 2010? All right, awesome. Yeah, my first shop, it was really sad to have to close it down, honestly. It was really sad to see it go. I had I hitting up to 1,000 sales. I had about 945 sales, about 950 sales. So yeah, my first Etsy shop, it was a shame to see it go, but I was super sick. Elf Lord's Journey, hey, welcome. Haven't seen you in a little while. Well, I guess I saw you over at Pusa Studios once, but otherwise I haven't seen you around in other chats too much. Oh, hey, Space Galleria. So awesome to see all these creative and these artists coming in. Space Galleria, I sometimes lurk in your chat and watch you paint. You have amazing paintings. So welcome. I'm so glad to have you in over here too. I'm so glad to have everyone over here. So as I chat, I kind of look at my painting. I always want to mess with it. You know how that moment when you want to just keep messing and messing, but you know you should just leave it alone. But I don't like how this right here just kind of bluntly ends. So what I'm going to do is I have this, it's got paint all over it, guys, but it's just a piece of aquarium tubing. And I'll say hi next time, Space Galleria. Yeah, a lot of times I'm painting myself, so I got paint all over my hands, but I have you playing in the background. I have a lot of your guys's. If you guys live stream, I'll have your videos or your live stream playing in the background. But I can't say too much because I have my hands full of paint, but definitely I'll say something next time. Oh, Elf Lord's Journey's been super busy drawing snakes and chameleons. Awesome, awesome. You should draw. Have you drawn a Jackson chameleon? Those are so awesome. Alicia says, your husband used to sell his wood things and vintage lighters and then started with the jewelry and crystals. Oh, awesome. All right, I'm gonna blow just this edge kind of because I don't like how it just how it kind of bluntly ends. I want it kind of to feather out a little bit. All right, I like that a little bit better. That's a little bit more of an organic shape. You prefer, Sylvia, you prefer to sell directly on markets? Oh, awesome. Yeah. Do you, so like locally at art fairs and different things? I do a lot of at the coast during the summer, and then bazaars and art fairs at holiday season. I've got the big one coming up April 13th next Saturday. Cat Girl TV. All right, awesome. Welcome back. I'm just kind of finishing up this painting. I think I like what I did there so much. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit over there, and then I'm about done with this one. Going to get it moved out of the way, and I'll do another one. All right, and that's about it. That's all I'm going to do. Let me put a couple of these paint bottles away so I can get to it safely. You hear my cat meowing. She's so hilarious. She's over there meowing at me because I won't give her attention. I'm busy and not petting her. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you love it. I do too. I really like this one. I was hesitant with that orange, but I'm really glad I did use it. Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Here, I'll try to see if I can, because this is 11 by 14. It's a little bit bigger one. I'll see if I can safely lift it up and show you guys a little bit. And I kind of have to slowly let it kind of focus, like right through there. All right, I'm going to move this one aside, guys, just a second. And safely get it over there onto a level surface. All right, now I'm going to grab, I have these ones set up. So this is 4 ceramic tiles that I'm going to do, these ones. All right, thank you, guys. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, now, what should we do? What colors should we do on these ones? We've done, earlier I did some amazing black ones that turned out really good. I think for these ones, I'll do a flip cup. So I just reuse my cups over again. So that's why like this, I like to reuse them as much as I can. But this one, I'm going to just do kind of a variety colors here. This one's called Caribbean. Then we got a beautiful bright citron. A little bit more of that phthalo blue. I've really been loving this phthalo blue. Since I have a couple of you guys that are artists. So I don't know, has anybody else ever used this cheap paint? This is my very, very, very favorite brand of paint, and it's pretty reasonable. It's about the same price usually as the Liquitex Basics, which I love the Liquitex Basics too. But for the paint pouring, and just this is a really versatile multi-surface paint. It's amazing. But has anybody else ever used this brand, the cheap paint? I love that brand. All right, guys, should we put some of that orange in here? I can't decide. I really love that orange. Let's get some white in there. Oh, this white is a little bit thick for the way I like it. Okay, just a second, guys. I've got the lid off. So I got my water. I'm just going to put a little bit of water in there. It's a little bit thick. H7, you haven't? So H7, do you paint? I don't think I've heard you. I'm just shaking up that water I put in that one. I don't think I've ever heard you mention, do you paint? That's awesome if you do. But yeah, I don't know if that brand is just not, it's in one of my local paint stores. We are not paint store, like a craft store. It's called Craft Warehouse. But I think we only have craft warehouses kind of up here in the Northwest. And so that's where I get it. But I looked on Amazon, and they do have it on Amazon, but it's a little bit spendier on Amazon. But I love, love, love that paint. All right, guys. I don't think I'm going to use the orange. I just really like what I've got going on so far. I think I will, now that I got the white a little bit thinner. Oh, Lily, so I don't know how to say your last name, so I won't even try. I always butcher everybody's names. I feel so bad. So happy you caught alive. Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Fellow Washingtonian. All right. Gazoo. Okay, that's what I would have guessed, but I didn't want to, just in case. All right, awesome. Thank you. Awesome. I love it when people phonetically, give it out. It makes it so easy. Thank you. So Alpha's Journey, you've only used the acrylic a few times. Mostly do the watercolors. Well, you do awesome watercolors. I'm hoping to get mine back out here soon. I tend to do more watercolors when we're in the summer, when we're like camping, because they're easy to travel. They're easy to take along to the beach and whip out the watercolors. So I tend to do the watercolors for some reason more in the summer. I don't understand why, but I need to do more in the winter. So H7 says, nah, not much of a painter, but dabbled. Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, Alicia, welcome. Well, thank you for coming in, and I'm going to continue checking out that amazing playlist of yours. I'm learning so much about wire wrapping jewelry and so many different stones and stuff. So awesome. All right, I'm going to do a flip cup on these guys. So Alicia, you take care, and I'm sure I'll talk to you soon. I'm sure I'll see you around or chat with you again soon. Okay, I'm going to just flip these, do a flip cup. I'm going to go ahead and flip all of these. Yeah, the watercolor, very portable, just the paint and the water. So yeah, in the summer, I tend to do a lot more of the watercolor and stuff. I need to get brave to, I haven't shared too much of my, I've shared a lot of, the paint pouring, but I haven't shared too much of my with a brush. All right, let all those kind of, yeah, much love to you too, Alicia. Thank you. Awesome. All right, let's see how that citron is very pretty with that phthalo blue. Very nice. All right. And so these, what I'm going to do with these is I've got a bunch of old barnwood and I've got a bunch of old pallets. And so I've been tearing those down. And then I've been taking, here, I'll show, oh, I forgot my gloves. I was supposed to be wearing gloves. I hate wearing the gloves, but I really should, especially on lives, because it's easier to touch the keyboard if I have to and stuff like that. But anyways, I'll show you guys here in just a second after I finish this one. I'll show you what I've been doing with the tiles here recently. Because I've made so many coasters. I just have a backlog, so many coasters. Just kind of bringing it back to the middle, a better composition that I like. See if I can get to focus there. All right, let me wipe my hands off. Oh, have a laugh. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, it is so spontaneous. And that's what I like about this is it's very freeing just to let it go. And it's great art therapy. I'll torch them all at the end. Okay, I've got my hands wiped off. I'm going to show you real quick let me grab it. Let me see if I can get it into the screen. So see, this is some other tiles. So I have them like offset on a piece of old like barnwood. And so I've been collecting up pallets and barnwood and stuff. And so I've been making these, these kind of rustic art pieces with them. Just a second, let me set that aside. So I'm gonna go ahead, now that I have some clean hands, I'm gonna go ahead and slip my gloves back on. Oh, forget it. Forget it. Oh, that one all wanted to go that way. Oh, you have to get going, Space Galleria? All right. Well, yeah, cheers. And thank you so much for stopping by. I'll say something next time in your over there at your chat. So awesome to have so many amazing, talented artists stopping by. And look how we used same colors in each one, and we get just a different technique. So that's what's really nice, and that's why I like to. So I've been doing 4. I'll do 4 of the same kind of the color scheme, and then I'll pick the best 3 out of the 4 that I like and put on the art piece I was showing you. And then I'll make like a coaster out of the last one. Okay, so this one's kind of blah, but I bet you after I torch it, it'll kind of pick up. Awesome. I'm so happy you guys are having a good time watching. Let me move a couple. I'm leaning over the paint bottles and I don't want to. I couldn't decide for a second if I wanted to go ahead and tilt this one or go ahead and torch it first and then tilt it. But I'm just going to go ahead and. Oh, you're enjoying while you have your lunch? Oh, good. Well, I hope you're having a good lunch. Thank you for coming by. That's awesome to take time out to come by during lunch. They're all turning out so different, but with the same colors. And I'm not sure like really how well certain things show up on camera. Like that's called lacing, when you get that delicate across the top there. That's lacing. Oh, Floyd's Journey, you got to run too. All right. Well, thank you for coming by. Yeah, I'll probably see you over at Pusa Studios. If I'm sure, I think a lot of you know Pusa Studios, but if you guys don't know Pusa Studios, that's a definite great one to be watching. Great networking stream, and they also have a lot of tips. They review a lot of. Oh, look at that one when I tilted, got that one over. But they have this like wheel, and they spin the wheel, and your channel can be chosen to be reviewed. So yeah, I probably will see you over there at Pusa Studios. I hope you have a good one, Elf Lord's Journey. Thanks for coming by. But Pusa Studios, P-U-S-A, where he put it, Pusa, and it's Studios. Yeah, I think a couple of you guys did find me over there on Pusa Studios. Hey, Rules. Hey, welcome. One of my buddies we've been, gosh, I was looking back, Rules, at a lot of the different people like chatting and stuff. Some of you guys I've been chatting with for well over a year now. I'm not sure when I think you came into some of the chat rooms maybe this summer. So it's almost a year that we've been chatting. Welcome. And oh my gosh, Rose, if you guys haven't checked out his channel, he has an amazing channel. And I'm pretty sure one of his last videos had a Bigfoot in it. But one of his videos has gone somewhat viral. I mean, viral for us little YouTubers. So it's just amazing to see somebody has gotten such amazing growth like that. Rural Rules channel. Wow. So awesome to see your growth. All right, guys. So isn't that crazy how they all turn out somewhat different? So I'm gonna, we got plenty of cells, the little round, the cells. Yeah, that last one really just popped. It's that phthalo blue. It has been really just, I've been having fun with it. But I just wanted to pop bubbles. Did not want to do too much. You know, we don't need much more there. So yeah, how is everyone doing today? I hope everybody's having an awesome day. I'm doing pretty awesome. Earlier in the week, I had a terrible, terrible migraine. Now, like quite a few years ago, I used to get migraines very often, but thankfully I don't get them quite as often. So this one kind of sucked. I did about 3 days earlier this week have a migraine. So I'm feeling so much better now. Yeah, been about a year that we've been chatting Rural Rules, and H7 Apollo as well. I think we've all been chatting about a year. No Bigfoot. No, I think the Bigfoot is up here in the Northwest. We have Bigfoot up here in the Northwest. Yeah, I've been incorporating that phthalo blue. I love it, love it. And I just love it how bright it dries too. But I did mix up, I got a whole bunch of, the Dollar Tree did not have the clear bottles, which was a shame. I really choose the clear bottles, but I got a whole bunch of these ketchup and mustard bottles that they have out right now. So I did grab a whole bunch of those. And I had so much paint. I have so much paint, guys, because every time I go, I seem to grab a bottle here or a tube of paint. And so I mixed up a whole bunch of new colors. So I have like this tropic orange, spiced carrot, sunbeam, plum, diva pink. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of new colors coming. So that'll be awesome. I don't know if you were here in the beginning of this one, H7, but I used this tropic orange. Oh, it was these same colors, but with a pop of orange through it. It was pretty. It's at the beginning of this live stream. Yeah, the Jersey Devil. Yeah. And whose chat was you guys on Hangouts the other night? I was lurking, but I didn't say too much. Rural Rules was oh, I think it was Robert Burke. You guys were on a Hangouts. You guys were naming off all kinds of the all kinds of stuff. You know, the Yeti and the Chupacabra and the Bigfoot and stuff. But we, up here in the Northwest, the Pacific Northwest in Washington, a lot of people talk about Bigfoot. We have a lot of areas where they say, "Oh, there's Bigfoot." Because I'm right at Southwest Washington. I'm kind of the base of Mount St. Helens. One day I'll try to get a picture of a good view on a clear day. It's always so overcast, but on a clear day I'll get a good picture. But I actually have Mount St. Helens is like right. We're at the base of it pretty much. I have a nice view of it here. Yeah, H7's been there since the beginning. So awesome. I mean, we've really chatted with each other for this past year. It's been awesome, guys. I've really some great friendships that we've, for this past year. And then I'm really appreciating a bunch of new friendships, So it's been awesome to kind of have the two Okay, setting this one aside, guys. So this one, I've got a custom order for. So this one I have an order for a light switch cover with 4. And so I thought I might as well do it on the live. And since I'll already be doing those same colors, I'm going to do this wood frame. And so what I do with these wood frames is I put magnet on the back and then make them into a, put a little like plastic sleeve that people can put their pictures, make it into like a refrigerator thing where people can put a little picture on the fridge. So yeah, so awesome. Okay, so for this one, we're going to do mainly white, a little bit of this plum, a little bit of this brown, and just a little bit of this rose gold, but it's going to be almost all the way white. Yeah, I've got the single light switch covers in the traditional toggle, and then I've got the single light switch covers in the, here, I'll grab a couple. I'll show you. So I've got singles. This is a really nice one. Let me see if I can get the glare off. They're in my Etsy shop. I have lots and lots in my Etsy shop. At the like farmers markets and stuff, this is one of my #1 sellers. I sell a lot of these. And on Etsy, I sell quite a bit. It won't focus very well, but yeah, I have tons and tons. But somebody that had actually bought, I think they bought a double from me. They want a matching one. So that's what we're doing here, is doing a matching one. But it's kind of hard. That's the one thing. So people will order something or they'll buy something and then they want the matching piece, and it's really hard to match it up. So here we go. Let's hope we can get it, somewhat matching. So for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I've got my treadmill, my silicone. I'm going to put a drop. This is a cup I'm just reusing. I'm going to put a drop in the cup, empty. I'm actually, because that was a small drop, 2 drops. Then I'm going to take and just put it all, I'm just kind of wiping that drop of silicone so it's not all in one place. So that's how we're going to do the silicone for this one. Awesome. Yeah, check out my Etsy shop. And guys, remember, so what's in my Etsy shop now? If you're eyeballing something, it may sell next week. We have like 10,000 people coming through. It's called Northwest Largest Garage Sale, but it's not like all garage sale items. There's some people sell some different handmade items and art items, and then there's like Scentsy and Tupperware and all those commercial items. But it gets about 10,000 to 12,000 people. So I'll shut down my Etsy next Saturday and things might sell out. So if you're eyeballing something, grab it now because it may sell next weekend locally. Okay, now I'm putting a whole bunch of white. Filling the cup with the rest of the way with white. I'm gonna have to mix some more white up after this. But yeah, guys, if you are check out my Etsy shop, but next weekend I'll shut my Etsy shop for the local sale, and then when I open it back up, a lot of those items will be sold. They'll be gone. So all right, I'm gonna pour, let me get this out of my way just a bit. So I got some elbow room. All right. Okay, that should be plenty. Okay, yeah. What switch cover does she have? A single? Yeah, those are very popular. I think most little girls about that age have those colors in their room. Yeah, single, the traditional toggle. I bet you I have one. And I'll look through if I don't have one actually listed, because as it gets closer to the sale, a lot of the things that I have finished, I'm not actually putting on Etsy because, I mean, it's not worth the time to take the photos and all that. So just a second and I'll show you a couple. Oh, this one has a little bit of copper in it, but it's a dark purple pink. That's a pretty dark one, though. It sounds like she's got the dark pink and light pink. So this one and with the white. This one's pretty dark. But I have, gosh, I have so many. Okay. Let me torch that a little bit. I wish you guys could see. You guys can't really see. Let me see if I can get it to focus a little more. Sometimes it'll focus on my hand for some reason. But I used that rose gold. So it's got a lot of shimmer. So I don't think that's showing up so much. Just trying to see, because it is a plastic light switch cover. I don't want to torch it too much, but I want to get the air bubbles out. And then this will get like 3 coats of polyacrylic. I like to use the polyacrylic for to seal the things like this. And so after 3 coats of polyacrylic, it's pretty sturdy. Not sure if you guys can hear now. The neighbor is out. Oh, they're almost out of the way. I'm going to have to mix some more up. The neighbor is now out mowing, so I'm not sure if that will affect the noise. So I'm going to do the same color as this frame here. Thanks, Rose. I just hope the customer likes it. It's hard to do a matching after they've already bought something else to then match the next item. So that white was almost gone. So when I squeezed the white in, it really a lot of air bubbles. I will have to pop all those air bubbles here. Sylvia, you got to take off. All right. Well, thank you for coming by. It's time to sleep there. Yeah, I bet it's getting a little bit late there. Yeah, it was so awesome hanging out with you. Thank you so much for coming by. You're awesome. All right. Okay, I didn't get this corner here. Let me tilt it just a little bit to get that corner. And I'm going to raise it up because I'm going to check out my edges here. I'm a little bit off of camera. I'm sorry, guys, but I got to get the edges. It's just so much easier doing it now than going back. And I have been trying to speed through for the videos and go back, but it really is creating so much more work for me to go back after it's already dry and do the edges. Okay, so when that last little bit of white I got out really created a lot of air bubbles. Let me get them. Okay, let me get that plastic bottle out of the way. I really like this one. It's very subtle. Very subtle, marbled through there. And it has that rose gold, so it has a real nice shimmer. Once it's dry, I'll be able to, really show you at the camera like next week. But I can't really tilt. I don't think you guys can really see the shimmer to it. All right. I'm going to get these moved. So yeah, I did an hour live, a little bit over an hour earlier. I know you guys were here, but then I took a little 20-minute break and loaded everything onto my drying rack. And then I grabbed all new supplies and all new canvases and the new things to paint. So I think that's working out really well. Instead of doing 2 hours straight, doing an hour, a little over an hour, then taking a 20-minute intermission to load the drying rack and grab all new surfaces and stuff to paint on, and then doing another hour. So I already did over an hour earlier. So I'm only going to be on here probably 10, 15 more minutes now. But let me show you one of the ones that I did on earlier. So this was done in the dip technique. And that's that phthalo blue there. I'm really that one out. I did a couple that, let me make sure it focuses. But I did a couple that did not have the blue. It just had the greens and the turquoise, the teal. And then I added that blue. I wish I would have had the blue in all of them. It really was nice. All right, I'm really liking these nice subtle light colors. All right. And then here's one that I did last week. This one is dry now. And it's got some bronze through it. It's hard to figure out the orientation. That one is all dry. All right, let me get this one moved. Let me peek where to. All right. Oh, got to wipe the side a little bit before I move it over there so it doesn't get paint everywhere. All right. Just a second, guys. Moving this over here. Takes me a minute because I have to make sure that it is level. Okay, what do I have left? Okay, one more. I've got a 12 by 12. Move this cup out of the way. And so there's just a little bit of paints left in there. What I'll do is I'll do magnets, make out of that. Okay, so this one is again another one that I did not like, that I'm tired of looking at. And so we're gonna try to get a little bit of move so I can get it centered for you guys. But this will be the last one because once it dries, I'm running out of space to set them. All right. So who's all left here? What colors, what should I do with this one? If I do white, I would have to mix some more white. We're right down real low on the white. I have to get some more. This one might actually look good, just a flip cup. Or should we mix up some more white? I think it kind of needs white. Ooh, one last tube, one last of the white. Then we're gonna have to go back to the store. That is probably the number one that I use. So this is a canvas, like right through here. So okay, this I like areas of it, but this is kind of weird how this all turned out. So that's kind of why I'm going to be doing it. So okay, I use most all of the whole tube. Okay. Then the Liquitex pouring medium. And shake the Floetrol up just a second. Okay. gonna need to get some more Floetrol too. Don't want it to splash, so I'm putting quite a bit of water. That white is thick. So what color, guys? I'm mixing up white, so I'm thinking white for the background. I'm just shaking up the white here. Oh, I got some. I got an old t-shirt I'm using for a rag here. It was it had a big old rip in it, so I'm using that for the rag today. I'm just shaking up the white. So I'm thinking like plum, and I'll show you. If anybody has a suggestion, go ahead and suggest. Otherwise, I got something in mind. I'll just go ahead and, oh, that white I think needs a little bit more. Okay. There's a yuck sometimes in the Floetrol. I strain my Floetrol, but sometimes sneaks through. But that's what that sometimes is. Okay, let's see if that's enough white. It might be, it might not. Just do my thing, plum. Yeah, I'm thinking I might do, I'll show you here in just a second. Get this old one kind of covered. So today I did a lot of pours that were on old canvases. Being that I'm getting ready for this big sale next weekend, I'm kind of sorting through. And so I was sorting through a lot of the canvases, and I'm just like, I can't seem to hang on to that. But anyways, I was sorting through the canvases, and I just wasn't liking some of them. So that's why a lot of the canvases that you're seeing, or paintings you're seeing today, are on recycled canvases. Sorry, my hands are all painted on. I'll try to be better about getting those gloves on. So much easier to paint without the gloves, though. Okay, we've got that spread pretty evenly, and it's self-leveling, so and I just shake off the last little bit is what you guys see me do that. All right, so let's see. Can't decide if we should do a dirty pour onto it, or we had done the napkin rings earlier. I think I'll do just one napkin ring, actually. So where should I put it? Right about there. And so, yeah, I've got this. It's a new one. But that's the plum color. So I think we'll do that one. And a little bit of this. This one's a berry. And then some reason it gets out of focus, and I have to put my hand. It'll focus on my hand for some reason. And we got to put that phthalo blue. I think it would be a nice pop there. Going to put a little bit more of that in there. I think that's probably good. Oh, maybe just a little bit of this. A little bit. It's like a periwinkle. All right. So the last one I did, I forgot to put. It's nice to put this white around this right here, and it kind of gives the paint something to kind of slip under. So now what you do here is you just gotta you don't want to lift it too much. You want to just lift it because you're kind of trying to shove the paint underneath the white. I'm running out of white to be, put a little bit more. So you got to just, barely lift it. You're not wanting to lift too awful high, just kind of feathering along. And this is how it's going to give me that. It's called lacing. Let's go right off there. All right. Now I'm going to torch it with my chef's torch. Then I'll do some tilting. Cal was in here earlier, Rural Rules. He's back from vacation. And then he took off on me. But he was in here for a little bit. Robert was in here for a little bit. Robert's in here suggesting colors. And then he takes off on me and doesn't even get to see the colors he suggested. So he suggested a pour with black. And I sure did a pour with black. But he took off on me. No, I'm sure he got busy. He probably, the little one probably needed him. Okay, so this one has some gorgeous lacing through it. But what I'm going to do with this one is go ahead and kind of feather the edges out a little bit by using the aquarium tubing. So Lily, you had to answer a work text. Work is really cutting into your art studies. Yes, that is too bad. Tell them no. Tell them that you've got to check this out. No, I totally get it. The work text, that always happens. That you got to always get to those. Yeah, I definitely love the tilting. Well, especially it's really done amazing for me with the whole stroke thing and stuff to be able to use my left side again. So I'm going to feather out just a couple little areas. Okay, so when I do that, it gets very bright. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a whole bunch of little So a lot of people, what they do is I just use the aquarium tubing and then I get out of breath. But what a lot of people do, and I will eventually do, hopefully maybe I'll sell a bunch of art next weekend, but they have a little tiny air compressor, and the air compressors are for the, I can't think of what it's called, the airbrush painting. So like an airbrush painting air compressor, that's what eventually I can do a lot with. But this is an odd, because it's a 12 by 12, so it's a little bit different, bigger shape than what I'm used to, a rectangle. But actually, I had done a lot of 12 by 12s back at the beginning. I don't like that. Now I'm tempted to cover that up. I don't like how bright that got there, but I can't quite decide what, either to keep going with the bright and make the whole area bright, or to put white back over it and make it not so bright anymore. just a minute. It's kind of hard to talk while I'm doing that though. So we'll see what happens over here, and that'll probably make the decision of what we're going to do there. So I wasn't sure if it was going to get all bright on me, and it didn't. So this live streams, you guys get to hear kind of my whole thinking process on the whole thing. I like the more organic shape that it gives, and not the just clean, blunt line of it. So that's kind of why I do it. But I got to take a break for a second because then I get lightheaded. Let me get a drink of water, actually. Ah, good water. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and keep doing that, but I am going to go ahead and put white and then a little more. There. All right, right about here. Yeah, organic controlled chaos. Kind of a whimsical look, kind of whimsy. Just kind of looking at it. Sorry, not saying much. I just kind of inspecting it. I kind of think right about here. All right. Kind of a peacock creek going through it. Kind of peacock colors. But I still don't like this edge. So what I sometimes do, especially since it's at the edge, scrape. You're seeing the blue from the painting before. There we go. Just clean the edge up a little bit. All right. So that is probably my last one, guys, because the reason I can't really, this one's dripping a lot and it's hanging over the edge of the pan it's on. So I can't really take it and go put it anywhere. So it kind of has to be my last one. I saved that, the 12 by 12 for the last. But so my normal times for live streams are Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 to about 1 with a kind of an intermission in between. So I go about an hour, little intermission to put everything away and get new stuff, and then another hour. So about 11 to 1, 11 to 1:30 with the 2 times. And so I go Tuesday and Thursday, 11 to 1. Now I'm thinking of adding a third live stream. Some of the choices I'm thinking about is Wednesday evening, Friday evening, Saturday, like maybe a late night stream, or maybe a Sunday morning, like earlier morning stream. So does any of those times, like specifically any of those times, like, oh yeah, I would totally have time Sunday mornings, but not Wednesday nights, or, whatever. I'm also I have a lot of new friends that live stream, and I'm going to look out their schedules too, because I want to make sure that I'm not live streaming during somebody else's already scheduled time. So that's going to also matter of what time I pick. But yeah, I am going to be experimenting with some different times over the next couple of weeks, seeing when people are available the most. But I will be then, after a couple of weeks, after doing some testing of it, adding a third live stream on, in addition to my Tuesday and Thursday. So yeah, because I know on Tuesday and Thursday midday, a lot of people are at work and busy. So I think if I add either an evening or Sunday morning or something like that, I can get some of the crowd that's not really able to catch me other times. So yeah, that'll be the last painting for today here, this one. But I will be back either tomorrow evening or Saturday evening. I will for sure be on Saturday evening. Maybe a late night stream, I'm not sure, but some point in the evening or later in the night for Pacific time. I'm on the West Coast, so all these times I'm talking, they're West Coast time, Pacific Standard Time. Because I know, like Rose, I'm not sure, you're East Coast time, or is that Central time down there? I'm not sure down in the South there where you're at, where it the East Coast time and the Central time divide there. So I know some of you guys are out more East or Central time. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody coming by and checking everything out for today. And if you guys have any questions before I take off, let me know. But I will be posting this, so this will be, you can view it later too if you missed anything. The beginning of this one, I did a beautiful one with pops of orange through it, the new orange color I've got. But I really appreciate everybody, and I'm just so excited. I'm going to be having the next giveaway at 777 subscribers, so that's coming soon too. But so yeah, any questions before I get off of here? But if there's not any questions, I know there's a delay, so I'll chat for a second to see if anybody's got any questions. Otherwise, get off here in just a moment. But I hope everybody does have an amazing rest of your day, rest of your evening. I hope you're going to get a chance to do something creative or crafty. You have no further questions, Your Honor. All right. All right. I don't think anybody's got any questions, but I'm sure I'll chat with you guys. I'm sure I'll see you guys in other chats, or otherwise I'll be on tomorrow evening, or for sure Saturday evening. And if you guys have any suggestions or colors, techniques you would like to see in the next live stream, you can always comment on this video and let me know, hey, I would love to see this or this color combination. And totally, we can talk about that. So just let me know if you have any suggestions. All right. I hope you guys have an awesome, peaceful, creative, artistic rest of your day. And I really, truly appreciate each and every one of you guys. All right. Have a fabulous, fabulous time. Take care.